Then onto composition. If we look at your borrowing volume, we can see that it's very similar to what we'd see on other lending protocols like Compound and Aave, where stablecoins and wrapped Ether make up the majority of it. As one of your goals is to allow users to create lending markets in a permissionless manner to unlock the long tail of crypto assets, I wanted to ask what your thoughts are on the similarity in composition and whether you see a clear demand for lending and borrowing the long tail of crypto assets or not.
Yeah, good question. I think in general, we'll always see a heavy bias towards probably the top 5 assets. Actually, those assets make up by market cap, I think, something like 60% of the total volume that you're likely to see anyway. So you will always see a kind of exponential distribution there in terms of just the main assets making up the bulk of the volume through a lending protocol. Is there demand for long tail lending and borrowing? Right now, frankly, I'm not sure that there's a massive demand for that. I think there's a few reasons for this, though. Firstly, a protocol hasn't really existed that enables this in a capital efficient way before. So the market just is still in a quite immature state with regard to that. So a lot of the pros who tend to be borrowing assets, as we've said, a lot of the time they're actually using assets for leverage and so on. And leveraging longer tail assets is certainly a lot harder, and it requires less capital efficiency. And a lot of those kind of traders aren't necessarily doing this yet. On Euler, you can natively go long or short on assets. We have a function for this in the quick action menu that people can use. And so I know that there are plenty of people out there that still don't realize that this functionality exists on Euler, and that they can come and actually do sort of leveraged long and short positions through the protocol. So I think in the long run that might become more popular as people start to experiment with it. But I don't think you'll ever see the same demand for lending and borrowing, because you can't. Those assets in their very nature are volatile and sometimes more illiquid, and that actually lowers capital efficiency. So yeah, I think the use cases are definitely more niche, and for that reason you'll always see less demand for lending and borrowing long tail assets. I don't think that's really what Euler is set up to. Whilst we offer that functionality, I don't think it's our reason for being. I think that actually it's nice to support that, because for more philosophical reasons, we're a permissionless protocol, and we want to support a decentralized ecosystem. If you're a lender, maybe a retail trader, and you hold a basket of 5 or 10 assets, you have the option to essentially hunt around DeFi and try to find homes for each of those to try to earn yield. In the long run, I suspect if you can just come to Euler, you can do all of that in one place. And so, like a lot of companies in traditional finance will set up to try to encourage users by offering home insurance and car insurance and banking and so on, I think I can kind of see Euler becoming a one-stop shop there. And so there are auxiliary benefits to having long-tail assets without there being necessarily enormous demand for, say, shorting, MKR token or whatever.